Hello YouTubers, it's me here once again, and today I am going to do another installment in my Plucked from Obscurity series, and today we're going to be looking at the album Zephyr from the band Zephyr, however it's pronounced. Great band. Really, I think underrated. Had, I think, two really phenomenal members. One is Tommy Bolin, fantastic guitar player, and number two is Candy Givens, one of the most underrated female blues singers I think I've ever heard in my life. Just great vocally. Released in 1969, it's considered the genres of hard rock and blues. I can hear it in there. There is that element to it. And the members are Candy Givens on vocals and harmonica. Once again, also a very underrated harmonica player. Really good on it. Tommy Bolin on guitars and backing vocals. John Faris on organs, piano, and flute. David Givens on bass and vocals. And Robbie Chamberlin on drums. Now, the track listing for this is Sail On, Sun's A Risin, Raindrops, Boom Ba Boom, Somebody Listen, Cross the River, St. James Infirmary, Hunna Bunna, and Hard Chargin' Woman. Just a fantastic record all around. Let's start off song number one, Sail On. Just good blues rock. I like the guitar and organ intro. I love how they build in the vocals throughout the song. Also, I love the singer's voice. Candy Givens has a great voice for doing blues. And even just soft singing in general. Just a great vocalist. I like the guitar solo and organ breakdown section with bass and drums kind of underneath. The bass and drums are very solid on this album as well. Same with the organ playing. Groovy guitar solo. Vocals are kind of Joplin-esque. And I think it is very much, she reminds me a lot of Janis Joplin in a way, but probably a more polished version, not quite as raw, if that makes sense to people. And I love how the song builds at points. Song number two, Sun's A Risin, it's very bluesy. Once again, great female vocals from Candy Givens. Nice bass. I love the guitar and harmonica battling section throughout. And just once again, a fantastic guitar solo from Mr. Tommy Bolin. Song number three, Raindrops, is a cover of a famous song from, I believe, back in the late 50s, early 60s. But very upbeat, clear vocals throughout. It's a good foot-tapping song. I love Tommy Bolin's guitar on this. I like the bass and drums. And I love how high her voice is. It sounds great. Like, she has a vocal range that is just spot on. Probably one of the better ones from female vocalists from this era. Song number four, Boom Ba Boom. I like how jazzy / blue feel it has to it. Tommy Bolin's guitar solo is just amazing. And it's kind of like it was just a Tommy Bolin guitar solo, if that makes sense. And good rhythms underneath. Song number five is Somebody Listen. I love the guitar solo. I love the harmonica and bass followed it. Love the soft and hard vocals. Really shows off Bolin in the song. Organ solo, very audible bass, and I love the soft vocals throughout. Song number six, Cross the River. Hard organ and guitar driven. I love the guitar solo and the funkiness of the song, and jazzy at times. And I like sort of the sounds like a flute in the background, so I just like that touch quite a bit. Song number seven is St. James Infirmary. I love the dreamy opening to it. Once again, another cover. Organ. I love the guitar. A great vocal performance from Miss Candy Givens. Love how the song picks up to almost being like cocktail music, if that makes sense. And I love the vocal changes throughout the song. On to song number eight, Hunna Bunna. Love the upbeat rhythm. Has sort of an old rock and roll blues feel to it. Great guitar solo once again for Mr. Tommy Bolin. And I love the changes in tempo. Song number nine, Hard Charging Woman, the longest song off the album. And I believe, at least the version I listened to, is just about 9 minutes and some. So quite long. I love this soft and a hard build throughout. Like, it'd be very soft, and then it gets sort of like that almost bluesy dan 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 type thing. But it's with guitar, I believe, and also keyboard or organ at the time. Love the singer's vocals. Candy Givens, once again, what can I say about Candy Givens that on this? Just fantastic. Criminally underrated female vocalist. Good fills throughout from Tommy Bolin. Good bass, very good bass throughout the entire album. Solid, at times very audible, and just good. Very eerie sounding at parts, just through it just being not really much going on and just leaving silence. It kind of gives it an eerie feel to it. I love the guitar solos. I love the tempo changes to make it more upbeat, and then the reemergence of the opening rhythm, and then they do the big ending at the end. Now, looking at this album, you could tell right away one thing. This band was solid, and they had two great members in it. Candy Givens, like I said, very forgotten probably by a lot of people, but one of the best female vocalists I've ever heard. She's actually in my video for my top 15 female vocalists of all time. Be sure to go watch that video and some of my choice on it, but she is on it. She is amazing. And Tommy Bolin, who I believe go on to be with Deep Purple and also do solo stuff, and kind of died very young, which is kind of a shame, because Tommy Bolin, man, was that guy a good guitar player. Looking back on a lot of his work, I kind of wish I would have put him in my top 10 favorite guitar players of all time, but he was just narrowly, him and a few other guys were just narrowly out from that video. But yeah, this album's an album that I've listened to quite a bit. For me, best song off the track, or off the album that I really, really like is the song Hunna Bunna, or not Hunna Bunna, A Hard Charging Woman. I really enjoy that song. Hidden gem off this album, I might actually say, is Somebody to Listen. I just love that. Anytime you can hear Candy Givens on a harmonica is amazing. But yeah, that's that. What would I give this album out of 10? Or out of 5? I would definitely give this album a 4 out of 5. Hands down. Great record. I've had this in my MP3 player for about, oh, how many years? It's been in my MP3 player for about 6 years. This album's never left my MP3 player. I love this album. Great blues rock if you're really into it. I suggest buying it or finding it on YouTube, listening to it. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you can go listen to this. But yeah, that's my video. Be sure to like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Click the little bell below so anytime I upload a video, you guys are notified. But once again, this is my video, my pretty much plucked from Obscurity series. Zephyr's self-titled debut, released 1969. Peace.